What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the Mustang again because this project is not over. I'll show you guys what we're working with today. All right, as you guys can see, got the cherry picker out. We're not gonna be pulling the motor though. You guys see my front end, it's torn apart, no headlight, but you see a hole there. I got the cherry picker out because I'm gonna be using it to present my turbo. And as what it looks like my turbo is gonna be the headlight on that side. So that's what we're working on. I'm working on cutting some stuff up. I figured I'd make a little quick video. You guys could probably see different things. I got the new brackets and all that for my power steering, the alternator, to work with my water pump. That's electric water pump. So it looks kind of close. This is my next problem. It looks really close from my turbo, but I'm gonna have to 90 up or to the side, and I'm gonna have to get a smaller belt for here because you do this to put tension on that belt, and right now back is where it's not in the way. I could possibly move it just a little bit, so I'm probably got to get a smaller belt or see what I'm gonna do there, but that is obviously my next problem. But once this turbo is more like mounted kind of where I want it, where I like it, we'll go from there as far as what I'm gonna need for piping, which I did order some. I got two 180s, so I could get 45s and 90s out of that. And then, like I said, we'll see where we're at after that. So stay tuned and let's see where this turbo ends up. All right, so after all that cutting, we got the turbo somewhat where we want it. Obviously, I want that turbo to be centered. It looks like it needs to get shifted a little bit to the side. But other than that, I mean, it's just hanging on there kind of just to know where it's gonna go. So it doesn't have to be perfect yet, but there it is. It's mounted where I want it. Other than that, I'm pretty, it's pretty exciting just because everything where it's gonna mount seems to be fairly easy to do. There you guys have the turbo sticking out, and it's gonna go into there. It's gonna come out the other side of the intercooler and go up to that 90. Now, as far as the hot side, I have options with my exhaust. I could either go straight up, get it out the hood, or I could come out somewhere along the fender. Now, everything is just holding on by a bolt, so it's not necessarily where it's gonna 100% be yet. Like I said, it's just kind of my reference to see where I'm gonna put it. So that's the hot side. Now, as far as the flange, you know, I could get one side going up into here, and the other side is gonna have to travel underneath all those pulleys and come up on the other side of on the other header. So it doesn't seem crazy. It looks like maybe with 45s and 90s, it could get done. Now, as far as that turbo, I need to cut more. I do need to cut more. I need to make more room. So what I was thinking, since I'm pretty much cutting a whole chunk of that out, I was thinking about doing a tubular tube just to replace that and to go straight down and get braced. And that way I got all the room I need there. And then also, you guys could see, I did a big old hole. That was before I knew. I was kind of testing little by little, but it looks like I didn't need all that. So what I was thinking is deleting that panel from the front of that shock tower up and doing a tubular setup. Now, I could do that on that side or both sides. So, you know, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Does it really matter if I do one side or both? Not really. It's not a race car. I'm not trying to get rid of weight. I'm just trying to get things done to where it benefits my turbo and I got space. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have a hood. It's all going to be hiding, but I do want to make it look somewhat nice. So I'm thinking about that tubular setup. I might have to run that. Now, as far as I'm mounting this turbo, guys, I bought this little bracket that goes on your turbo that Maven makes. So it's pretty much this bracket you're seeing on this picture. It goes where your oil feed is. This is going to be your oil feed, the center, and then it bolts up to both sides. Now, that bracket, you could mount it. You could use that side and the other side to mount, you know, your tubular setup. It's going to be like a 1-inch tube, and mount it to wherever you like. So I'll show you guys. I already got it mounted, but if you come under here, there it is. There's a oil feed, and there's the bottom piece and then the top piece. So from either side, you can mount that tube and mount it however you want, however you like. But if I'm thinking coming straight from here, from this front, it looks like the frame, and then going up a 90 up, and I'll hook up there, and that will be mounted. I won't need that cherry picker to hold it, nothing. I won't need none of my piping to hold it. So that's pretty much your benefit, that's gonna hold your turbo, the turbo weight and all that. You're not gonna be holding it off of your pipe. So first things first, I'm probably gonna do that. I'm waiting on pipe, and hopefully I could get to doing that. Now, once the turbo is 100% set where I want it, it's gonna take me a little time because it's gonna be hard to try to land it, you know, try to land it as close as to dead center as I can to this headlight grill. So once that's done, then I could start my piping, and I just mentioned to you somewhat how it's gonna go. So that's the next step, aside of maybe doing this tubular setup. But I do want to mount that turbo 100% and just have it sitting there. So I honestly recommend that piece, honestly, because a lot of people just use the piping to hold their turbo or the flange and all that. But it kind of gets stress on it when the car's, you know, driving up and down roads. So I'd get that Maven. Since I'm here, I'll start explaining on what has been done. So I did get all my pulleys and all that for the water pump. This is an electric water pump, so I had to get pulley for my alternator and for my power steering. And then this thing should obviously be hidden, but it's not yet. This is my return line for my fuel, the only one that needs to get rerouted underneath the car and come up in there. Got that junkyard battery special. That was just to turn the car on, because I already tried to, but it was just turning over. I wasn't able to get it on. Needs a tune. And here you guys have my fuel cell. So this is actually a fuel tank, not a fuel cell. The fuel cells already come with these, but I decided to run my normal fuel tank. This is off a 69 Mustang, just like my car. And just because if I ran a fuel cell, I have to customize my trunk area just because it sits in there. So what I did is I bought a new fuel tank because mine had already had gas, and not everybody likes to weld with gas in it. So why not? It was 80 bucks. So they welded those for my return and for my vent, and they had to weld my sump pump, or my sump. That is my sump for my tank, and they had to weld that to the tank. And there you guys see I got my fuel filter, my fuel pump, and then my other fuel filter. So that's that. That is already mounted, guys. I'll show you guys inside the car. Everything is hidden. I hid the computers. I hid the MSD box is also in here. And then my ignition is just hanging there because I was messing around with it. But as soon as I turn the key, it'll turn my computers on, and it'll turn the screen on over there. Everything, like I said, is pretty hidden, and it's ready to go. Once I get this turbo mounted on, it'll be ready to go. I get a little bass tune so I could get it to fire up at least, and we'll be on the road soon. But if you guys have any questions on the fuel setup, on the, you know, pulleys that I did and all the brackets that I did. You guys comment below. Also, I want to hear some comments on what I should do as far as where I should run the exhaust, up, out, in, out the fender. What do you guys think? And as far as getting this tubular on the front, because I will be running a hood, so everything's going to be hiding. But then, of course, people are going to want to see under the hood once they see a turbo or whatever. Go to car shows, you want to pop the hood. So I do want to make it look pretty. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I should do. Any more knowledge I could get off of you guys, that would definitely help. So there's that. That is what it's going to look like. So remember, comment, subscribe, follow, check the TikTok out. YouTube, share it, and let's get some views on this car, and hopefully this thing will be ready and out springtime come around. So this is the most updated video you guys will see on my channel, and this is up to date with everything. Like I said, I haven't made videos in a while, so this will be the up-to-date of what's going on, and hopefully from here on, I could just keep pushing some videos out. So comment, like, subscribe, share. See you guys in the next one.